Hello everybody, this is David from the DavCall/Mr. Black YouTube channel. Today I'm going to give you a guide on the Zombies map Voyage of Despair. So this guide's going to be a little different from other guides. I'm not saying it's a perfect guide, I'm not saying it's the best guide out there. The main purpose of this guide is to kind of get you a good survival setup going and just show you what you have to do to get there. So I'm going to edit this a little bit to chop to the important bits, so that way, you can just tell what to do. I'll be going through it from start to finish on the map, so you get an idea of what you have to do just as you progress through the map, and what you can do in each area after you open it, as well as a couple of tips and tricks here and there about how to play it and how to try to maybe memorize where you're at a little bit better, because I know it confuses a lot of people. So this guide might not be good for you if you're completely new. But if you want to get better maybe at the map, or you know a little bit about the map, but you've always wanted to learn more about the nuances of it, and this is mainly just setting up a survival. I might do one of these for the Easter egg too, but for the time being I just want to do one for survival. So prerequisites, I would say for elixirs, anywhere but here is good. For your other elixir, I always like to use equipment. This is especially important for the Easter egg. Your third one can be whatever. I mean, if you want to do stock option, you can do that too. Especially on the solo game, you can do stock option. This might help a lot during maybe the boss fight or something else. But again, I'm not really doing that. I'm just doing a setup guide, so I'm not too worried about what this one is. And then finally, temporal gifts, always good to have. You can pop it if it double points drops. If you pop it before the double points drops, the power-up will actually stay on the ground longer. But even if you pop it after it drops, it won't stay on the ground as long, but it will still actually give you the effect for longer. So temporal gifts, always a great elixir to have. These are like the four main elixirs, maybe besides stock option, that I consistently use all the time. These are really good elixirs. As for your perks, I really recommend you have your Odin be stamina up, and I really recommend you have Winter's Wail. Now, Winter's Wail, non-Easter egg, it's basically like Widow's Wine if you played BO3, but if you are doing the Easter egg, this helps out a lot. Again, this is not an Easter egg guide, but if you do plan on doing it in the future, and I might make one for it, these two are really important. Quick Revive helps a lot. If you take damage, you heal faster. And then for the Danu, I usually just run Dying Wish. Dying Wish is basically like the old Quick Revive of this game, but even better in a way because you can keep your perks. So for your specialists, I usually run the Hammer of Valhalla, really powerful. Wraithfire, I usually use those because some of the steps, it can be hard to see things on the map, but if you throw a Wraithfire next to an object or something, it can light the area up and you can see it better. And then finally, you can have whatever you want for your secondary. It doesn't really matter a whole lot. I use the Strife because it has the bayonet on it, which is a one-hit melee until round 4, or sorry, until round 5. And then that's really it. I mean, I would say your main concern is going to be stamina up and Winter's Wail. And then the rest is kind of up to you, but these are just the ones I really prefer to use. Now, if you're doing the Easter egg, I'm just going to let you know right now, Winter's Wail is going to save your ass. It really will, because there's going to be a lot of steps where you need to stop and do things, like you need to take just a couple of seconds to look at something and shoot it. But because the zombies on the map are so fast at that point, you can go down really easily. And even on this map, even without doing the Easter egg, Winter's Wail helps a lot, because you can actually, it helps you leave a zombie easier. I guess we'll just say it like that. It helps you save zombies and such. So that's all I would recommend before you start the game, is to have a loadout like this. So let me make sure my loadout's selected. Yep. So I'm actually going to start the game, and then I'll see you once we are in the game.
It's a bit brisk out tonight. Probably put a coat on.
Okay, so I've just now loaded into the game, so I'm going to show you what I like to do right away. I like to get my free 100 perks. You can go up to any perk statue in the game, and then you can prone at it like this, and you'll get a free 100 points. And then the next thing I like to do is just melee the zombies, because you get a little bit more points if you melee them, so you can go ahead and start just meleeing them. If a power-up drops, you might want to step back to see what it is first. If it's a nuke, I would not recommend picking it up until you kill all the other zombies in the area, and then get the nuke so you can maximize points. So I'm going to kill all these guys. And if a double points ever drops, again, I have the temporal gift elixir, so I can pop that, pick it up. That'll make it last longer. And that just helps a lot with getting points early on, because you really need a lot of points to get through this map. So you can stay here a few rounds, you can build them up. I like to stay here without opening any doors for maybe the first 4 or 5-ish rounds, because all the zombies have a very narrow area to spawn in, so they spawn in quicker, you get to them quicker, so on and so forth. So again, we're just going to start melee killing all the zombies. I mean, if you want
Don't come back
to use your gun, you can do the old thing where you shoot them a couple of times, like that, and then melee gets you a little bit extra points.
Scream about. No, seriously. Now's our big chance to find out.
Okay, as you can see, I just got double points, so I'm gonna pop a temporal gift.
For the Germans.
I'm gonna pick that up, and now it's gonna last even longer. So that's really good. Now, see, look at that. Wow, what a perfect example. So now I got a nuke. Now, because there's a nuke there, I'm not gonna pick it up just yet. We popped a temporal. It's gonna be there for quite a while, and I'm gonna make use of my double points and go in melee knife all the zombies because it's gonna last a really long time. And that's really gonna get some good point optimization. So as you can see, I'm going to make sure I kill all of them in the round switches, and there we go. Now I'll get the double points. And look at that. Round 4, and I've already got 6,800 points. Look at that. That's great. That's amazing. So, again, I might stay here for another round just to, you know, melee kill some zombies. Hopefully the double points last a little bit longer, which it should because we have temporal gift popped. So again, that's just really good luck. Now, you won't always have this luck in the game, but I usually leave around round 5. Usually by then, even if you don't get all the good luck I've had so far, I mean, you can still generally get pretty far. Okay, so we have another drop. That's an insta. Won't do much for us, but get it anyways. So again, I'm just going to melee kill all these zombies. Okay, so I'm going to try to leave one too. So generally, when you're playing this game, you're going to want to leave one. Again, I assume if you're watching this, especially since it's already 2022, you probably know a lot of this stuff already. But if you're still new to the map, you know, you want to get some optimizations going. You want to start working on, you know, getting to play the map pretty decently well. At least get a decent survival setup. Then that's kind of the purpose of this guide. Okay, so I always like to open the door that's to the right up the stairs. At spawn first. So, and then there's a few things we can do once we get up here. So the first thing I would do if I were you is turn around and check right, I think it's like right here. I think it's on this right side right here. There's a shield part there. So if it's not there, go through this door straight ahead right here on this left of that crate right there. So again, you just come through the door from the outside. You go in here, and then it's through this next door straight in front of you on the left, next to that little crate. If it's not there, so if the shield part is not there, you're going to go through that door, and then right here on this railing, on the other side of this wall right there, is the next shield part location. So you see the garrison wall by? Think of just going to the other side right there of that. So wall by is right here, and your final shield part for this area can be right there. So now there's a couple of other things you can do while you're here. So early game, so again, if you've never played this map before, it's been a while. I mean, I assume you know this already. The shield, it's a thing you can build later on in the game. You need 3 parts that are scattered around the map that has 9 possible locations in total. The shield, you pick it up at a workbench. It goes on your back. It helps, you know, the zombies if they hit you in the back, it won't take damage. You won't take damage. The shield will. It's really important for survival, so I always recommend looking for the shield. Here's the next thing you can do. So next thing you can do while you're here at this bridge area is you can go over here to this window. So again, just to show you where we're at, so I came through over here. So you make a left. This window right here, if you look up against the wall right there, there's a little pipe, okay? So there's like 5 of these pipes around the map, I believe. And if you shoot it, so you're going to shoot this little area right there. And if you shoot it, you will get a hit marker. Now, I think that might have been the zombie right there. But either way, you shoot one of these pipes right there, and it's actually going to knock a firework somewhere else. So this quest is actually about upgrading our shield. So that's the whole point of doing this. So again, I'll check here. No hit marker. So there's 2 spots in this area you can check in total. Again, right here, across, up against the wall. And then if it's not there, you can turn around to the left of the wall by through this barrier. You can shoot right there. And that's pretty much all you can do at this stage in this area right now. At this stage in the game, you've done everything you need to do. So, what I like to do is immediately after I do that, I like to go downstairs and buy the doors down here before I even leave the area. Now, there's a couple of reasons I do this. There's some stuff we can get down here. So our next shield part is down here in this area. It's first possible spawn. If you come in through the door on the far right, you walk in the first room on your left. If you go into the first room on your left, it can spawn right here next to the towels. So that's a possible spawn location for it. Again, just to show you, in this room, your first room on the left, right here where the towels are. Your next spot is going to be in the far back right kind of area. Hang on, let me maneuver my way through here. So if you go back into this next little broken room right here on this chair where this wooden chair is, that rocking chair, that's your next possible shield part spawn. So if it doesn't spawn in the towels, well here with the towels, and it doesn't spawn, I'll just show you again, just so you can get an idea, over here on the chair, your final spot, you're going to go to where the Mog wallby is, which is in the far back corner of the place. You're going to hug the left wall, and then right here in this room, on this chair right there, is going to be your next possible shield location. And as you can see, I got it right there. Now, that's not the only thing we can do while we're here. There's one other thing we can check while we're here really quickly. So the one thing you can check really quickly is you're going to go to the far back right of the room where this door is, and you can look right here to the left on this little thing here. If there's not a big giant like treasure chest here, then you can move on. But if there is, just remember that's there. That's a treasure chest spawn location, and those locations are a way, if you do the Easter egg later on, so the little mini side Easter egg, which I will show you how to do, you basically, that's the way you get the free Kraken on the map. So we checked all those spots. So now I'm going to actually continue on. So we got our second shield part, and I showed you all the locations up here. So I showed you the 2 firework pipe spots. So the one that's behind this window over here, towards the bridge, and then the one that is, come on zombie. See these zombies, I probably should have went in a custom mutations game to show you all this, but I think they disable some of the Easter eggs, so that's why I didn't do it. Go in here, that's our next spot. And again, when you see these pipes, just to reiterate, you guys shoot this one right here that has a little hatch open on it, and then if you get a hit marker, you basically hit the right pipe, and you don't have to worry about them for the rest of the game. I didn't get neither of those, so I'm going to continue on. By the door, so I usually buy the door to the upper grand staircase area, so that's the door in the top. Like if you go up to where the bridge is, and you go that way, you can buy this door right here, and I usually buy that when I'm first going through it. So nothing we can really do in here at this point in the game, but I will say this: if you get confused about the map layout, just remember to associate this, like the very top of the staircase. I'm about to show you. So I'm going to open another door. I'm going to open this one right here. Associate the top of that staircase with this area, the first class lounge. There's another perk machine here. So it's Zeus. So always associate the top, like this top floor, with this whole room area. This where the Bowie knife is, where the Zeus perk is. Always associate those two. That's my big recommendation. It'll make things a lot easier if you associate those two like that. Anyways, continuing on, I need to get a weapon or something. Is there a weapon here I can get? I guess I'll just buy this. Okay, so I could have got a Spitfire. I should have got that. It's fine. Anyways, so after you come in here, I always like to open this door on the right here. Once we get into this room right here, there's 2 more parts that we have to get. Sorry, there's 2 part locations right here in this first little dining area, right? So the first part can spawn right here on this table, and then your second part can spawn over here, which it did on this table. So these parts, so these 2 parts, if you look in the bottom of the screen, those parts are for the Kraken upgrade kit. So when we get the Wonder Weapon on the map, which is the Kraken, these parts will help us upgrade them. So the next thing you can immediately do is, after coming in here, this far back window here, you can look through it. There's another pipe you can shoot. I can't tell if the firework's in there or not. Hang on. I might just buy Winter's Whale right away to get these zombies to hold. Okay, so as you can see, I got a hit marker there, so that was the fireworks. That was the right one. So now I don't need to shoot any more of those pipes, but I will show you and shoot them. I'm going to actually buy that perk. I will show you where they're at and shoot them, just so, you know, as you're going through the map, you don't forget to miss them or anything. You know, you hit them. So I'm going to show you everything you need, trust me. So anyways, open the door on the right, and then you're just going to follow it and hug it to the right and keep going straight. Yeah, keep going straight. Keep going straight. Keep going straight. You're going to open this door right here. This will take you to the aft decks. So the aft decks is just this little area here. It's right before the poop deck. And then if you go down these stairs, and you go up here, all the way up there is the Sentinel artifact. And when you activate that, well, it spawns a lot of it spawns the Pack-a-Punch in the map, which is divided up into 4 different areas, and it also opens up all those doors that were like red earlier, had like a red like symbol on them. It opens them up so you can go through them. So while you're here at the poop deck, the first thing I usually like to do is activate this. Now, if you don't have to, if you want to optimize your like Pack-a-Punch spawn, but just because I'm doing everything in order, so to speak, I'm gonna activate that while I'm here.
We must complete it.
Now, the next thing you can do is you can go back here. I might need some more points for this, so I might need to start killing some more zombies. So let's see how much this door is. So it's okay, it's 1,500, so I need to get some more points then. So what you're gonna do is, let's see what I got there. Bonus points, nice. Oh, nice. So before I even go anywhere else, the first thing I usually like to do is open this door. If you have not gotten the pipe yet, open this door. And then you're going to go over here and just go through the door. This red like little barricade here, if you look through here, that's your next firework spawn spot that you can shoot. So you can go and shoot that. No hit marker. I mean, we already know we got, so we're probably not going to get another hit marker. But anyways, one thing I want to note about the poop deck, this area right here, up these stairs, this is the safest area in the map if you're going to train. If you like to move, you like training gameplay, you like to run around a lot. I mean, I don't blame you. Like camping, I mean, it gets pretty boring after a while. But if you just want to train around, this is the area to do it. This is going to be the safe zone of the map. I want you to think of this as the quote-unquote safe zone of the map. Again, it still can be a little deadly if you're not careful. There's zombies that spawn all over the place. But if you need to survive for a while, this is generally the best area that you're going to be able to do it at, which is this poop deck here. So a lot of zombies are spawning in. I got to start killing these guys. So while I'm killing these zombies, I would like to let you know how the Pack-a-Punch works if you don't know already. So around the map, there's 4 pedestals. They're each in different locations. The first one's here on the poop deck, as you saw. And then the thing to just remember about Pack on this map is it does move, I think, every other 2 rounds or every round or something. If you need to see where the Pack is, well, we don't have them all activated yet. All you do is go up to this and look at the little lit up symbol. There will only be one once we get all 4 activated. And then it'll just tell you on there, Pack is at poop deck, Pack is at the bottom of, staircase or whatever. So, I recommend doing that. So anyways, assuming you checked your pipe, you activate the Sentinel artifact, excuse me, and you and you activated the Pack-a-Punch pedestal, you're gonna go down here into the bottom of the poop deck. So you're gonna go down, and there's a few different things you can do while you're down here, but the absolute first thing I would recommend you do is look for the next shield part, because the next shield part spawns here. So once you get down these stairs, this is just the far back left of the area. The shield part can spawn right there, and it did, so you're just going to look on the left on this railing. The next thing you can do is look through this barricade, I believe. Yep, and right there on the right, that's your final pipe for the firework spawn. So again, if you haven't gotten that hit marker yet, it's guaranteed to be right there, I believe. So, let's say you did that. Okay. Now, you can go down here, make a hard left, and then all the way right here where these crates are in this far back left corner, oh boy, is your next shield part. So it can spawn right there on that left side of that crate. So, you did that. So now in here, when you go in here, this little provisions area, this meat locker, you can look right there on the ground, and it looks like our treasure chest is there. So this is the next chest spot that you can find in the map. So it's right here. This is the next, soonest one you can find taking the route I'm showing you. So, if the chest is not there, don't worry. There's other chest spawns, and just to remember, this is for the free Kraken Wonder Weapon. So, assuming that we now know the chest is there. So I showed you 2 shield parts down here. So the next shield part, you are going to go. Say we're back at the old shield part spot, right? So let's see where that was. So that was, I think, right here, right? Yeah, right here. So you checked right here. The shield part wasn't here. Make a right. Go, and then when you enter this first area right here where the barricade is and the crates are on the right there is where the next shield part can spawn, right here in this corner right there. And again, this is why Winter Wheel is so nice. I can explain things to you without getting destroyed. So, if the shield part's not there, I mean, it should be in one of those 3 spots. By now, you should have all the shield parts. Next thing you're going to do is open this door right here. Okay? Now, there's a couple of things we can do down here. So, right away, by now, you should have shot your firework. Sorry, let me kill some of these zombies. So you should have your firework step done. There we go. Make this easier on myself. So, you first enter in the engine room. look left here. In this little basket is going to be where the firework would have went. So it can go here or two other baskets. So this is the one you can check first. So check your basket here. The firework's not in here. So we're going to continue on. Go down the stairs. I like to go down these stairs and immediately get the water drained. So let's see. I think it's over here. Do I have to turn around? Nope, it's over here. So go to the boiler room. So just down the stairs, swim through the water. And then right there in the corner is going to be a little valve you can turn. And when you turn that valve, it drains the water slowly. And I like to have the water drain at all times. Makes it easier to navigate. I don't know what it is, but the zombies feel really fast underwater, especially if they're running. So I like to do that. Now, turn around, go back this way, and activate your next Pack-a-Punch Pedestal, which is right there. And then finally, if you didn't get the treasure chest yet, you can check it right here. Right here is the next spot, possible spot for the treasure chest. Okay? But we know it's in Provisions, but I'm just showing you all the spots anyways. So now, while you're here, what I like to do is I like to go back towards the way we came. I like to go and then, this is up to you, this is optional. I like to use this portal right here because it takes us to where we need to go next. So again, if you're in the engine room, just go up the stairs and kind of like back towards the way you came in. Go up those stairs that kind of branch off and go up and through the right. They might actually be above the other location. So just find the little stairs in the top right of the engine room that take you to that little area behind it, and then there should be a portal there. Go ahead and take that, and then it should take you to the boat deck. So now while you're here at the boat deck, what I recommend you do is you go back towards this way. So I'm just going to show you where we're at for reference. So this is where we came out earlier from the first class lounge or whatever. And then this is where we opened up the door to the aft decks right here. So we now have, but because we did the Sentinel artifact, we now have access to this area up here. So I recommend opening this door. We need some money first, so I'm going to kill the zombie. Open this door right here. Go down these stairs. Now, there's two things you can get in this room. Well, there's a few things. So first off, this is the next treasure chest spawn. So just after you get down the stairs, it's just right here on the right. And we need to get another part in here for the Kraken upgrade kit. The first part can be over here on the right side of this table. If it's not, turn around, head straight, and it'll be like on this little, like, these like cabinets here. And for the time being, that's all we can do. I don't recommend staying in here long, so I would get out there as soon as possible. Okay, so now that you have that part from that room over there, I recommend going back to the poop deck. We're going to run all the way back to the poop deck, like so. I'm going to throw a Wraith Fire down. Now right here is where you build the shield on the map. It's just right here on the poop deck. I don't think it can be built anywhere else. So go ahead, build the shield, pick it up. You can pull it out, put it away, just so you have your, gun up and ready when you pull it out. So go ahead and build the shield. Now, what I like to do is, again, we're going to probably need some more points before we can do anything else, so I would go ahead and just start killing the zombies. Alright, so, I am pretty much at the end of round 6 here. I'm just leaving a zombie, so all I did was get some kills. I was able to get a double and get a lot of points from that, which was really nice. So, you built your shield. At this point, you should have pretty much this in your inventory if you're following this guide to a T. So now the next thing you do after you build the shield and get it, I like to go up here and use this portal right here. This will take us back to spawn, aka the forecastle. And because we activated the Sentinel artifact, the door behind us at spawn, which leads to kind of the engine room of the spawn side of the map, which is called the cargo hold, is now open. So, if we go down here, now there's a few different things you can do once you're in this room. So, the first thing that you want to do, I'm going to buy another gun just so I have a weapon. First thing you want to do is check for your firework, because at least that's what I would do. So go over here in this corner, there's another basket can spawn in right over there, and I think I got it. It was a little bit dark on my screen, but I think I picked it up. So, the next thing you can do while you're here at this kind of mailrooms area is the final chest spawn for the possible Kraken location is right there. So it is right there on that little seat. Okay? So now what I like to do is I like to open this door right here, and then I like to drain the cargo hold. So to drain it, just, oh my god, this zombie's driving me nuts. Can I freeze underwater? Okay. So when you're here in the cargo hold, just go down the stairs right there, turn around, and go to the far back right of the room. So if you go far back right, here's the next drain valve. You can drain the water. And also, here's another Pack-a-Punch Pedestal that we're going to activate while we're here. Now, the final thing you can do while you're here, at least for in this area, I mean, there's more we're going to have to do, but I'm just showing you for now, is there's going to be a part that spawns down here. Now, you can pick it up if you're fast. You can do it underwater. I'm going to wait until the water drains just so you can see a little bit easier. So the first location for this part is in this corner right over here. So I'm going to show you. There's only 2 spots. So the first part can spawn over here in this corner. If it's not there in the corner, you're going to kind of go back and towards the center area of the room, and it can spawn right there. So again, just to show you, it's right here kind of towards the back center of the cargo hold. If it's not there, it's kind of like right here on this grade. And then that gives us all the parts we need for our Kraken upgrade kit. So, or sorry, our elemental Kraken upgrade kit. Now, I'm going to pause for a second. So now after you've collected that part, there's what I want you to do. You need to pull out, and I'll show something on the screen here. I'll edit it and put it on the screen. What you want to write down is you want to write down this on a piece of paper. So it's going to say something like, and you can do this on a note in the real world. You can do this on a document in Windows. You can do it however you want, but as long as you write it down. So what you're going to write down is you're going to write down first dash don't note, second dash, third dash, and fourth dash, and then those other 3 are going to be blank. You're not going to have anything there yet. So again, it's going to say, I'll show you a visual aid on the screen, but you're going to write that down. So you're going to write that down, and then I'm going to show you what we do next. So while we're here at the cargo hold, what you're going to do is you're going to go back. So you're going to go back to where these stairs are right here, right? And just remember this skull right here on this table. Remember this little table. So I'll show you again just where that's at. You know, I'm going to look around a little bit so you can see. So there's a little skull right here on this table. Remember where that's at. Don't pick it up. Don't grab it yet. But remember where that's at. Now, let me freeze the zombie again so I can show you without getting destroyed. This little table right here, you're going to go up to this little table right here. Don't pick up the bones yet. Don't pick up any bones. So go up to this little table, look down and through it, and aim right there if you have to. If you cannot see the numbers clearly immediately, then just wait a minute. Maybe you have to wait, like, I don't know, 30 seconds. Sometimes the game takes a minute to load in the textures. But on that note that I had you make earlier, put down under second, put down 1912. Now, in your game, this number is going to be different. So in my game, it's 1912. You need to put down whatever that number is. So after you've got that number down, you're going to turn around to the left. You're going to go straight into the back here. And then you're going to look underneath this table right here. So underneath this little table right here, let me get this zombie out of the way. So you're going to go up to this table. Underneath this little table here, you're going to look down right there, and there's going to be another number. So again, there's going to be another bone piece here. It's going to be like, I think it's like right there. So your next number is going to be down there, and this is going to be third. Okay, so in my game, this is 1404. So that's 1404. Now, what you're going to do after you note that one down, remember that this is third, okay? Don't just remember the numbers, but like remember that that's second, or sorry, remember that that's first up there, that's second, and then that over there is third. So now you're going to turn around, go down the doors into the cargo hold, go around here, like kind of next to where we got the part earlier, I think, and then, here, I'm going to freeze the zombie again just so I can show you. And again, this is why Wearing Wheel is so good if you're doing Easter egg stuff. Crouch right here, next to this case, you'll see a bone. Again, don't pick any of them up. And these numbers might be flipped, so you have to turn it at a certain angle, but 4250. So that's fourth, okay? So again, get the numbers down for those 3 locations. Now, after you've got those 3 numbers down, and remember, that is specifically second, like first, second, third, fourth. Like you have to match like third, fourth, second with this. This is second. Now the numbers will be different every game, but you want to remember that those are the locations specifically. You want to like have the locations memorized, that that's second, third, you know, fourth, and then that's first up there. So, okay, so now you've got those 3 numbers down. What you're going to do is there's going to be this safe right here. So again, you just go down those stairs. It'll be on the other side of that wall on the right. With the shield, you're going to want to take the shield out, and you're going to want to shield bash it, just like this. So if you shield bash it, it should drop. Oh, looks like I'll have to do it again. So let me freeze the set. So you take your shield out, shield bash. You want to shield bash this more in particular. Shield bash that little lock, okay, that little safe cracker. Pick it up, so hold square, pick it up. And then what you're going to want to do is there's going to be, I think it's 4 safes on the map that you're going to have to go to. And you're going to have to put these bones in the safe, and I'll show you how to do that. But it's a specific type of bone. So if you go up to the bridge, So after you get the safe thing, go up to the bridge, go to the kind of like back leftish area of it right here, and this room is your first safe. Okay? So go ahead and use the safe after you picked up the safe cracker, and it should open up. And now as you can see, this game's taking a while to load the textures in, but we should see some numbers right there. So I'm just going to wait for it to load in. Again, this kind of sucks about the games that the texture load and so forth. Again, I'm on PS4, so maybe it's that bad. I don't know if it's like that on the other system. So 2340. Now, if we look back at our notes, you'll notice that of those three sets of numbers we noted, that number is nowhere to be found. That is because it is the first one. So I just get the first one through the process of elimination. So the actual numbers for the first one are on top of that crate. Oh shit, I might go down here. Oh, I went down. That happens sometimes. If you've got to be on the move 24/7 in this game, otherwise the zombies will kick your ass. So anyways, what you're gonna do is,
I hope it doesn't get infected.
and we know it's the first one because it's not one of the other numbers. That's all you need to know. So pick up the bone that's on that table, and you're gonna take it to the safe right here. Put the bone in, and then with the safe glowing, what you're gonna do is you're gonna pull out your shield, and then you're gonna go ahead and melee it, and the lock should pop off, and you can pick it up. So if it pops off and you can pick it up, you know you did it right, basically. Now, the fail for this, I don't know if it spits the bone back out. I don't remember exactly what happens if you fail it, but I assume you might have to go get the bones again. Maybe the numbers change. I don't know. I don't remember the fail state for this. But anyways, after you pick up that lock, you're going to go here. You're going to go all the way. You're going to go back to the grand staircase. You're going to go all the way to the bottom. You're going to go all the way to the bottom. So all the way down here. You're going to activate, so this is the final location for the last pack punch pedestal. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go up, and you're going to go up to the dining hall. So the dining hall is kind of like the first floor down from the one that we have memorized. So this kind of like the one that's with the first class lounge. If you go down one set of stairs, you're going to be in the dining hall. And basically here in the dining hall, there's nothing we can really do yet, but there's a lot of Easter egg stuff here, but not so much map gameplay stuff. Associate the dining hall with just the one that's underneath, like, you know, the one we opened up to initially. And then when you're down here at the very bottom of the stairs, well, before Pack-a-Punch, you know, like Pack-a-Punch is down there, but when you're here, associate this area with the Millionaire Suites, and I'm going to show you what those are. So this is the Millionaire Suites right here. If you go in this room, right here in the back right, that's our final possible, like, area where the Firework can spawn. So if you haven't gotten the Firework yet, it's going to spawn there, so you can pick it up there if it's not there yet. Otherwise, what you're going to do is your next safe is here. So the safe is right here on the ground, just right there. So you can go ahead and put that safe cracker down again.
I really should have been more careful with all those bullets.
And we're going to go see what the numbers are. And you should see them on your notes, so now let's see what those numbers are. So they are 4250. So 4250, so if we think of 4250, that is number 4. That's our fourth, okay? So we're going to go back to the cargo hold, and we're going to pick up the bone that's next to that paper scrap. So the bones are all next to their scraps of paper. So I'm going to go back there. So if you remember how we numbered them earlier, this area right here we numbered as our fourth, okay? And we remember that's 4250, so we wrote it down. Again, you can use pen, paper, whatever, but just write down numbers of each. So we got that, and now we're just going to go back to the Millionaire Suites. So the zombie did just die, so I'm going to have to really hurry up here and do this. But again, to get to the Millionaire Suites, you just go up these stairs, go through the door, go through these doors, and then basically the very bottom, but not the very, very bottom.
Sure, that's not a good thing.
I might pop my hammer out here. So go ahead and put the bone in. So again, if you ever run into any issues with zombies, like, you know, you can always pop your specialist out if you need to. It does give you a bit of armor, so you do have a bit. So if you're like on a red screen, you'll have a little bit of time before you go down. I'm just being careful here not to kill the last one. So. Okay, so now you're back down here in the Millionaire Suites. I put the bone in that I have from earlier. Again, go up to the safe that you just put the bone in, melee it with the shield, and you can pick up your safe cracker again. Now that you have the safe cracker, what you want to do is you want to go up the stairs, and you want to basically go into this room right here. Now, this is the first class round. You might remember that from earlier. We associated it with the very top of the grand staircase. After you get through that little white room right there, the safe is right there in the bottom left corner of this spot. So I'll put that in there, or try to put the safe cracker on there. And again, because the textures take a minute to load, I'm just going to run off for a second.
Blimey, there's a whole universe.
So let's see if we can get if the numbers are there yet. Okay, so we have 1404. So 1404, if we look back at the paper we wrote down, that's the third spot. So we're going to go to that. So let's see. So down here, so remember that's the first. That right there is the second. And this one over here is the third. So we're going to get the bone. It's like right there on this table. Again, the bones are always next to the pieces of scrap that you need to collect. So I'm going to go back up here. And then we are going to go to the first class lounge again. It should be the right one. Did I put it in there? I couldn't even tell. So yeah, as you can tell, the zombies being so fast in this game really make them kind of a pain in the ass. So I am taking my time just a little bit here. But I'm also trying to demonstrate to you, what you gotta do. So again, this is the third one. Now, after the third one, again, same process as before. Now this time, though, what you're gonna do is just immediately turn around and go grab the final bone. So the final bone for me, I believe, should be the second. At least I think it's the second, yeah. So that would be the 1912. So there's only 4 safes in the map. So due to the process of elimination, we know that the second one's going to be the last one. So we don't need to worry about getting the numbers again. So just go up to this table right here, grab the bone. And then another tip, what we can do is, since it's the last one, the last safe is at the very other far end of the map, so we can go up to the not the poop deck, but the forecastle at spawn, this top area, and use this shield. And then that'll get us next to the safe really quickly. So again, this is just to save time, maximize your movement and stuff. I'm not saying that this is a great speed run route. I'm not saying that these are great speed run tactics. But if you're just going for a game and you want to get like a good setup going, this is just what I personally do. So I'm going to repair my shield and go back to the workbench, repair a shield. You're going to go down these steps right here into the kind of this area before provisions and whatnot. And then you're going to go into this right hallway right here. On the ground, I believe right here on the right is the final save. Now, we don't need to go grab the bone because we already picked it up. And we know that what the digits are going to be, because it's the last bone available. It can only be that bone. There's only 4 in total. And then that's it. You don't have to worry about shield bashing the 4th one. You don't have to worry about recollecting that. So that's done. So now what you're going to do, or at least what I'm going to do anyways, is that's not me stuck. So we're going to go back up here to the poop deck. And then we are going to go and use this portal again. And then this is going to take us back to the forecastle. Again, it's just the fastest way to do it. This is a big map, so I recommend if you see the portals and you learn where they're at, make use of them. Now, so now we did all 4 safes. You're going to come down here. There's going to be a little white thing right here. You're going to go up to it, assuming you got your firework earlier out of the basket, which is what you got from shooting one of those 5 pipes. You can put it in that little thing right there. Now again, just a reminder what you're doing this for. This is for the upgraded shield. So after you do that, you're going to come back down here. To the left of where the portal is a little car. It's an old-timey car. You're going to use the car, and then it's actually going to teleport and fly around the map. So here's what you have to do. You have to shoot this firework right over here when it is under the car. So it needs to hit the bottom underneath of the car. Now if you miss, I think it refills itself once every round, so you'll get another one. I think you have 3 rounds to shoot the car. If you fail to shoot the car after 3 rounds, it will go away. You might have to progress another round, and then you should be able to reuse the thing downstairs to respawn it. At least I believe that's how that goes. That's what I was told. So now that the car is going to be flying around the map, you're going to wait for it to get above this area right here. You'll see it coming, so keep an eye out. Keep an eye out for the car. So it's going to honk its horn, and I'm going to pause my game really quick just so you know how you get this first time. Because if you don't, you're going to have to wait for it to come back around. It's going to take quite a while. So this is how I do it. Now I know it flies above that area right there too, but what you're going to be doing is you're going to wait for it to come from over here. It's going to come around the boat, and it's going to fly around this way right from over here. And you're going to see that in a minute. when it's on its way there, you're going to listen to the horn, okay? The horn is going to, and this is how I need you, it's very specific timing, so I'm going to try to explain this as good as I can. When the horn, the beep sound of the horn, it's going to do a long one. It's going to go like, brrr, brrr. When it first reaches that peak amplitude or that peak pitch, whatever you want to call it, that that when it first reaches that part of the sound where it's like, that's when you need to shoot it with a bullet weapon. So I'm going to try to demonstrate that for you. I might mess it up if I so do. That's going to be kind of embarrassing. Oh, here we go. And there you go. It was like, when it hits that, that's when you want to shoot it. And if you shoot it like that, in my opinion, that is the best way to time it every time. That is the best way to time it every time. So now, you're just going to wait a little bit. Now, you can take this portal right here to go back to the poop deck. Oftentimes, the car will, like, stop around the poop deck and give you a power-up. Sometimes it's a max ammo. I don't know if it can be other power-ups. I think it can be double points and other stuff. But if you go back to the poop deck, which is right here, this car should dropped off a power-up. Yep, so there you go. It's an insta-kill. So it drops off power-ups, but because we hit it with that firework over there, it's actually going to crash into, like, iceberg outside of the map. I can't really see. I think it's, like, that one right there. And then what's going to do is a chunk is going to fly off that iceberg and hit our workbench where the shield is, and then we can go up to the workbench again and then get our upgraded shield. So I'm going to cut to that. So as you can see, the car just landed over there, and it landed over there because we hit it with the firework earlier. And now you can see that big chunk of ice that's flying towards our shield, or our workbench. Alright, now it just hit our workbench, so we can go up to the workbench. We can hold square on it again, and now we've got the Svalin Guard, and this is basically the upgrade shield of the map. The gun on it has a special kind of like element to it, and I think it does even more damage, which is really good because the shield gun, like all the ballistic shields on all the zombies maps, have a lot of great DPS. They do a lot of good damage, and it scales per rounds too. So like you can be at like round 40, and this thing will still kill fools. It's awesome. I love it. So now that we've got that done, from here on out, I would probably. Again, now mind you, I am not doing an Easter egg run right now. This is mainly for getting you set up for just a survival game. If you want to get like some of the side stuff done, you know, you want to get some of the special bonuses done. Right now is a good time to work on getting the Kraken. So, we know the chest is in Provisions. I remember that. And what we're going to do is we need to get what's called a Stoker's Key. So in order to get the Stoker's Key, we have to kill a Stoker by shooting the weak points on its body. So Stokers, they spawn in around the early teen rounds. So like round 10 to 14 around there. They have a big shovel with them, and I'll show you what we're going to have to do. They're going to spawn in, and but whatever you do, you got to make sure that you kill them by shooting the red orangish parts on their body. Those are the weak points. And if you focus on those points, when they die, they will drop a key. So that's what we're going to do next, and I will cut to when that happens. But until then, you can train around the poop deck and just keep surviving. So I'm going to cut to you when we get the Stoker. Okay, so now the Stoker just spawned in round 10, so you might have heard that noise earlier, that kind of like bell sound. So that is the sign that the Stoker has spawned in. So, again, he's here. Now, what I recommend you doing is, again, you have to kill him by shooting his weak points. That's the main thing. I don't know if I think the final blow might have to be a weak point. I'm not sure of all that stuff. But just make sure you shoot see like that, like the lit up parts of his body. Like, you're just gonna want to shoot that basically. So now the next is his right arm. So now I just destroyed his right arm, and now if you look, he dropped a key, so we can pick that up. And now, what we're gonna do after we get this key is we're gonna go to wherever that treasure chest is located. So now we have the Stoker's Key. You go up to it, unlock it, and now it's basically a soul box. So what you're going to do is you're going to basically fill this thing up. I think it's like 3 times, so we're still filling it up now. But you're going to fill it up with zombie souls. It'll close once it's done. So we're going to fill this one up. I don't remember the exact amount of zombie souls it takes. It's like 20, 30. It's not like a low number, that's for sure. Okay, so that one's done. So that was about 15. So it closed and it moved. So what it did was it actually moved. So now we got to find out where it is next. So let's check our next nearest spot, which if you remember is kind of down here where Pack-a-Punch is. So where's Pack at? It's over here, I believe. Yep. So it's to the right of Pack, down here in the engine room. And look at that. That if it's not here in your game, it's going to be somewhere else. So it can also be at the galley. If you remember, it can be at the mail rooms, which is like this area but the other side of the map. And if not, it can be in the estates, which is basically the bottom stairs after spawn in that back corner area. So again, here's our second spawn. We got lucky and it spawned here next to us. So again, it's just like a soul box. You're just going to fill it up with zombie souls. It's too dangerous. Oh shit. Okay, did we get that done? I'm going to pop this. Alright, so I just popped it anywhere but there, just so I could get out of that area because it was getting a little bit too hectic. So while I'm here, I'm going to start grabbing some perks. So, if you're good with your hands when you buy perks, like this is on a PS4 controller, you can take your index finger and put it on square and put your thumb on the melee button, so square and then the melee button. And you can basically just, if you buy the perks like this by meleeing and pressing in the button at the same time like this, like I just did, you have to do it simultaneously at the same time. So if you do it like that, you skip the animation to buy perks, and that allows you to just basically speed up a little bit. So that's another little trick for you. So I'm back down here, and the chest is not here anymore. So what that means is that this chest is done. So that's our second chest. So there's going to be one more. I'm probably going to take this just to get out of here. And let's go look for our next chest spot. So it could be here at the cargo hold. So anyways, our next spot can be there. It's not there. Wish I would have bought stamina up. So I'm going to check the final, again, next final spot that could be at. So it's right here. So it's at the stateroom. So, again, just, you know the drill. Fill up the box with souls. I also pack-punched this gun while I was out. Okay, in. So now, once you get done filling up these 3 boxes, what's going to happen is you're going to get a little symbol, or not a little symbol, a little object that's going to pop up in here in this box. So I'm going to stay here and just get this filled up, and I'll be back with you once it's filled up. So you basically are going to get a ship-themed items like a telescope, binoculars, you know, like a compass, something like that, and it's going to pop up in this box, and I'll explain what that's about later, but basically it's going to show you where your Kraken spawn's at. Yep. Okay, so we got a globe. So as you can see right there, we got a globe out of there. So, basically, what that tells us is it tells us where we need to go to pick up our Kraken. So I'm going to show you all the different spots where you can find the Kraken. Okay, so the first possible location is right here. This is binoculars. Okay, so after you check that spot, and again, you can actually, if you don't even want to just memorize what each symbol is, you can just run the path I'm running. So go back up here through the bridge, go through here, and then go out the top left, top left, like the very top left. Right out here on the left, there's a little crate that's right here, and that's the next item spot. It's right there. So if it's not there at that spot, you can run over here towards the boat deck, which is the middle area, to the right of the sniper wall by, make a right, hug the right, and then right here before it kind of breaks down to the bridge area is the next spot. There's the globe. As you can see, that's where my Kraken spawned this game. Just taking forever for the detections to load in. But this is where the globe is, so obviously I finished my quest, so I got the Kraken. If it's not there at the globe, what you're going to do is run this way. So if it wasn't at the last spot, which was right over there, you can just follow this around and go to the aft decks. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to make a left at the aft decks, and then go down these second pairs of stairs here. Here's the next possible thing. It's like, I don't know what item that is, but it kind of looks like a, I don't know, like a wrench or like some pliers or something. But so your next possible spawn for that's going to be down there. Okay, so if it wasn't on that crate up there, you just go up over here to the poop deck, and in the far back right over here is the telescope. So, again, you don't have to memorize each location if you just want to run the path. So I'll show you that path one more time. Okay, again, so this is just a path you can run if you want to run, if you don't want to memorize the item location. So start here at spawn, towards that kind of like left side, right there, I guess. Go up these stairs. Go through the bridge. Go out the store on the left over here. And then right here is your next possible spot, which you can see. If it's not there, go diagonally up and right over here. If it's not, so here's your next spot right here before it kind of breaks down into like the little raft and like, you know, it caves in. Go across from here. Go down and down to the left again. Here's your next spot. And again, if it's not there, you just got to run over here and it should be right over here, I think. Right? Nope, right over here to the back right of the poop deck. So again, if you don't want to memorize the symbols, all you have to really do is just memorize the path that I just showed you. Okay, before we move on to anything else, there's a couple more things on the map I want to show you, but this is again more to just help you with understanding the layout of the map. So, again, if you can associate the Zeus perk, let's just associate the Zeus statue with the top of the grand staircase. I use this grand staircase as a reference to remember where everything's at on the map. If you're having trouble getting somewhere, remember this area as a reference. It'll help you when you're learning it. I'm not going to go in super detail about where everything's at on the map for, like, you know, just the whole map overview. I think you'll just get that as you play. But to help you, associate that with that. Now the the first floor down after that, this is the dining hall. The dining hall has your Ra perk statue. So remember, Zeus is kind of like up here in this other room at the first class lounge, which is from the very top. If you go down one and into this dining hall area, this is where your Ra statue is. Now, another thing about this dining hall, it is hooked into the galley. So this is the galley. We were here earlier. This is where we got our second Kraken upgrade kit part. Remember, it was over here, or it was all the way back there. And then we also had our treasure chest possibly spawning here. So just remember that the galley is hooked into the dining hall. And the dining hall is hooked into the, I guess this would be like the third floor technically, but either way, the first one down from the very top. Okay, now second one down from the very top, I want you to associate this room with the Millionaire Suites. This is the Millionaire Suites right here. So this area had the safe, and it also had this little basket over here where our firework could have went after you shot one of the 5 pipes, which is what you have to pick up to do all that, as you should know by now. And then just remember that the Millionaire Suites are also, they are tied to the bottom entrance at spawn. Okay? Remember that the cargo hold is tied to the very, very downstairs of spawn, past these mail rooms, which is where one of the Pack-a-Punch pedestals is. And then also remember that one of the Pack-a-Punch pedestals is at the very, very bottom of the grand staircase, which I'm trying to go to, but I have to go through the Millionaire Suites to get there. So the very, 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 very bottom of the grand staircase is the next Pack-a-Punch pedestal. Remember that. Remember that, you know, we can take either of these to get to the back to the poop deck, especially if the Sentinel artifact's been used. I think you can do it. Actually, I don't think you can do that if it hasn't been used yet. I'm not sure. I don't think so. But anyways, so remember the galley leads back up here to the mid deck, and then right over here you kind of have this this boat area. It's called the boat deck, I think. Is it? Yeah, the boat deck. So it's kind of like the very, very top center of the map. This is important, this sniper wall by here, but it's not important, super important yet, because I want to show you some other things first. And then just remember that the poop deck's all the way back here. You just follow it all the way over here. Either whatever path you take, just work your way towards here. This little area before the poop deck is the aft decks. And then this area right here, the poop deck, is the safest place to train. And also it's where you have the only place I believe on the map you can build the shield. So what I'm going to do is, now we have the Kraken. So the Kraken can be Pack-a-Punch. So what the Kraken is it's basically like a short-range rocket launcher. Zombies died. It's basically like a short-range kind of rocket / grenade launcher, and it has a knockback effect when zombies are around you. It does not hurt you, so you can shoot the ground. It will not hurt you. And then you can Pack-a-Punch it, and its elemental variants can be Pack-a-Punch too. But the main thing I want to show you is how to get the elemental variants first. And so what you're going to do is you're going to head downstairs to the engine room again. So we're going to go back to the engine room, and up here on this catwalk should be another workbench. That's the second workbench in the map, the only other workbench in the map, right here. You're going to want to craft the distillation kit. Alright, let's go ahead and craft that. And then what you're going to do is when a special zombie spawns in, or sorry, not special zombie, but when a catalyst zombie spawns in, you want to kill it with your Kraken. Now you can kill the water, the fire, the poison, the electric. You can kill any of them with the Kraken, and they all have different variants of the Kraken, elemental Kraken variant. And basically, that you're going to use that kit down there for 3,000/6,000 points if Pack-a-Punched to upgrade your Kraken into an elemental Kraken. So my opinion on this is, unless you're doing the Easter egg, because you do need the poison variant for the Easter egg, if you plan on learning that and doing that, they are really not too different from the regular Kraken, in my honest opinion. I do not see them as super necessary for survival, but maybe they can help with ammo. I think they give you more ammo if you upgrade it, so they can help with kind of like refilling ammo. And there's a slightly different effect on them. So after you build the distillation kit, all you have to do before you can upgrade your Kraken to an elemental variant is you just need to kill a specialist zombie, as I was saying, with the Kraken specifically, and pick up the part it drops. So let's say I want the fire variant. I need to wait for a fire zombie to spawn, kill it with the Kraken, and a part should drop underneath where it dies. Pick it up, take it downstairs to the workbench. So I will cut to that happening. Oh, as a matter of fact, now's a good time to show you one of the mini-bosses of the map. So the Blight Father. So the Blight Father, you can use whatever you want on this guy. The Kraken works okay, works pretty good on him. If you don't have the Kraken, you can always have your Specialist. They work really good on them too. If you do not have your Specialist, what you're going to want to do is try to, I think the weak points it sacks on its back, try to aim for those when you're shooting at it. Be very careful. The Blight Father can lock areas of the map down. On top of being able to lock areas of the map down, he can also reel you in, and unless you shoot him, he will actually continually deal damage to you. Oh boy, what's that? Wow, that's a glitch and a half. Alright, so we just killed the Blight Father. So there, okay, picked up Concentrated Purity. So basically, maybe it's like a short time frame you have to pick it up. So basically, what you're going to want to do is after you kill one of those things... Oh no, wait, it's still right there. Okay, so yeah, so I could pick that up and upgrade my Kraken to that variant. I'll do that, why not, just for demonstration. It's right here. For 3,000 points, you now got your elemental Kraken. I think this one has a slowdown effect. So they all have different effects and abilities, and these can be Pack-a-Punched. The main thing, though, is that this one I think has a slowdown effect, and I've heard it can be decent for the Easter egg, but I've never used it for the Easter egg. So I'm going to go Pack-a-Punch this now. So I'm going to Pack-a-Punch my elemental Kraken. And there you go. So now you basically have your main Wonder Weapon. And because it's Pack-a-Punched, if you want to... Now, if you want to change your variant to a different variant, you can do that too. You have to repeat the same process as earlier and pick it up. Just remember that when you change it, I think you need to pay 6,000 points to change it. Or 3,000. Again, it depends on whether or not it's Pack-a-Punched. Because it's Pack-a-Punched for me, it's going to be 6,000. If it's unpacked Kraken and you're just changing between it, it's 3,000, I believe. Okay, so for your survival game, there's one other significant side Easter egg I want to show you. So in order to do this side Easter egg, the first thing you have to do is get a sniper rifle. So you can buy one right here at the center of the map, kind of very top, boat deck, you know, just very, very top. So after you get the sniper rifle, what you're going to do is, basically, there's 6 fish in the game that you have to shoot and pick up. Now, these fish only spawn in one at a time. So I picked up the sniper from over here. So the first possible fish can spawn up here. Now, I just want to give a heads up. These fish can be really hard to see. And I mean really hard to see. So what you really want to do, this is why the Wraith Fires are so helpful. I don't know if I can reach one up here, but if you have a Wraith Fire, try to throw it and like light up your area a little bit. It can really, really help with finding the fish. So I'm going to show you their kind of very specific locations. So the first one's above this little portal right here, like kind of on the side right there. It can spawn there. In this case, it did not, so we're going to have to check another one. The next one you're going to check, you're going to turn over here into the like little entrance to the galley. And you're going to look on this pipe that's underneath this grating on the bottom left stairs. So I need to do something with these zombies. Hang on. Let me freeze them. So the next one can spawn. It's again, this is very hard to see, and that's why it helps to have these Wraith Fires, because they can help make it easier to see if you light up the area. So as you can see in this case, it's not there. So that's our next fish spawn that you can check right away if you buy the auger. The next fish spawn, that two fish spawns you can check really quick, are over here. So what you're going to do, I'm going to pop an equipment just for later when I need more Wraith Fires. So you're going to go over here to the aft decks. You're going to go down here, and before getting off to the poop deck, you're going to look up this thing right here, and you're going to look for the next fish spot. And you might want to check at multiple angles too. It's kind of like 2/3 of the way up there on that rope. Now, remember, sometimes this might not look like fish. It might look like a little texture glitch. These are very hard to see. And yeah, so don't be discouraged if you're having trouble finding it. It's really hard to find. So the next possible spot is on this. And in this case, we can see it. It's right there. See, it doesn't even look like a fish. It just looks like a little, basically, thing. You're going to shoot at with your sniper. Ah, these fucking zombies. Hang on. Wow, that killed all three of them. Seriously. Anyways, your next fish can be right here. So I'm going to shoot it. And just watch where it falls. It usually just falls directly underneath where you shot it. So it's going to be too hard to see. It looks like this. And then what you're going to do is you're going to pick it up. So when you pick up the fish, it now spawns at one of those other locations. So I showed you about 4 so far. So we got to recheck them now. Now if you look at this one, it spawned on that one. Again, it didn't even look like a fish though. It looked like a little texture mismatch. So just remember that when you're going and checking for these fishes, that there's a good chance they might not actually look like fish. Sometimes they're just going to be like little texture blocks. And I don't know why that is. That's just how the game registers them as. I didn't intend for all those zombies to die. So I'm going to start working on getting rid of them now. And so I have one left. So I'll get back to you then. So the next one we can spawn or check is the one that those other 2 spots earlier, since we're right next to them. And I don't really have a super specific route for this, but I'm just showing you what I would usually do to make it quick. Since, just again logically based off what's closest. So we can check down here. So through this grate, just check very carefully. You're just going to go down to where the one that leads into this galley right here. And then look on that kind of like left area underneath there. And now we need to go check the one that's over here. Where that one portal is, kind of in that middle area. So we got to go around here. Oh, whoops, I overstepped my boundary, but hang on. Okay, got to go around here. Look up. And again, remember, this might not even look like a fish at first. This might just look like even like a broken texture. So as you can see, I can't really see anything up there. And again, it's above this portal here, so it didn't spawn there in that case. So it didn't spawn underneath the stairs of the galley. So the next spot we can check is in the engine room. So I will cut to there. So you're going to go down here to the engine room, and you're going to go to the side where the Koshka is. It's underneath the perk machine. You're going to go in here. Now you're going to go into the right. You're going to enter through this right door. I might have to freeze that zombie. If you look up and to the right, you're going to see a blue pipe, which is right there I'm shooting at. Now it might be really dark on the video's end. I might try to increase the brightness here. But basically you're going to see a blue pipe. You're going to follow it. It's going to go up and to the left. And then it's going to go up again. And when it goes up again, right there on the top area of where it went up. Oh wow, it just disappeared. Okay, let me see. And I'll use Wraith Fires like this. It would spawn right there. It can spawn right there on the top of that blue pipe. As you can see, it's not there. We would have seen it already. I even used the Wraith Fires to light it up just to show you that it can be there. So, the only other spot it can be at is back at spawn. And just a reminder, you're going to have to check all these spots multiple times, most likely, depending on your luck, because you're going to eventually get all 6 fish from each spot. And again, just to remind you, this is for a free 5th perk. So make sure you have all your 4 perks already. You're going to go back here to spawn, go up these left stairs a little bit. The next fish kind of spawns. It's like very hard to see, but it's basically right there. It's up against the kind of intersection, vertex, or whatever it's called, right there of that thing. So you shoot it, make sure you pick it up, and now we got to move on to the next fish. So over there, so here's the portal. We're gonna look above it, and look at that. You see that just that little nudge right there where I'm shooting, next to where I'm shooting? That's our next fish. So there we go. Watch it fall down and pick it up. So there's only 2 spots left. The galley, which we just checked, which is, again, you just go down these stairs, look through the grate, and it's right here on this pipe right here hanging down. It's a bit tricky to see. Yep, look, you can see it. Hang on. Let me get this bastard out of the way. Okay, look. So if we look right here, look underneath that. Hang on. Yep, see, it's right there. Do you see it? It's hanging right there. So we shoot it. You got a hit marker. So this one lands in front of the Odin perk machine, which is the one at the engine room. So I will cut to that. Yep. And then right here on the floor, it should be here. Yep, right there. Right there above the guy, because that little spot's actually right up there. It's literally up there, but it's so hard to see from down here, no one basically ever shoots it from here. So now, I believe that only leaves one spot left, which is in the turbine room, I believe, or the boiler room, my bad. So again, go in here. The second you pass through this door, here, let me freeze this guy so I can just show you again an easier way to see this. So you're going to pass through this door here. You're going to pass through these two machine things. If you look immediately to your right, there's going to be two blue pipes. The one on the left is going to keep following up around the wall. It's going to bank to the left, and then it's going to go up again. So if it goes up again, at the very top area of it is where the thing is. So I threw a Wraith Fire. You should be able to see the fish right there. And I'll increase the brightness if you can't see it. Shoot it. Just be warned that this one will be hard to see in the water. So make sure that you pick it up. Okay, so if you come back to the boat deck, I just used the portal that was next to the fish I just shot down because it takes you here. So after you've gotten all your 6 fish shot and picked up, so if you remember where that path was that we ran for our all of our Kraken spot checks, what you're going to do is you're just going to basically follow along the line of that. You're going to just stay right. And then when you go to the other side and you keep going left, you'll reach what's called the sun deck. And right here on the left, there's a little box here on the ground. It has some fish on top of it. You're going to hold square on it. That should be all. And then you get this power-up right here. You just claim this power-up, go ahead, pick up the power-up, and then that gives you your free 6th Perk. And that's all it took. So I got Zombshell. I think that's the one that shoots out like one of these things. Not my favorite, but hey, it's just random. One final word on anyone who's planning to do the Easter egg. So you do not need the upgraded shield, although you do need the Kraken. And more specifically, you need the poison variant upgrade element of the Kraken. But you do not need the upgraded shield. You do not need the free perks, so you don't need to do the fish. And there's a bit of a different route if you're doing the Easter egg that I usually run. Again, it's not a speedrun type route, it's just my gameplay routes. But, again, that's different type of video. So I hope that you learned something about Voyage Despair. I hope this guide helped you. And this is David, aka DavCall / Mr. Black, signing out. Thank you. Bye.